All right, everybody, so I am going to give you a brief lesson and tutorial about writing thesis statements, because I know that that was one thing that there were a lot of people who seemed a bit confused about that earlier this week. So I figured let's just put together a little lesson so that then it's a little bit clearer. So I have here a sample of what essentially a project would look like. So the topic that I've chosen is the O.J. Simpson case, which we covered in depth in class this semester. And the position that I've decided to take on this case is that the media did not responsibly report the O.J. Simpson case. Okay, so that is my topic. That's what I'm going to be defending. Now, the reasons why that I've determined based on my research is that there was clear bias of what was written, both for and against OJ. And the second reason was news outlets' lack of discretion of their reporting. And what that means is just that the news media essentially would report anything that they heard. They didn't really care all that much what was being said. As long as they got something out, then they were happy with it. And so that's what I saw as a couple of the problems. So down below in this area is where I have a sample introduction actually written for you. So the introduction is on June 12th, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman were found dead at her Los Angeles home. Nicole was the ex-wife of football superstar Orenthal James Simpson, commonly referred to as OJ by those who knew and loved him. Less than 1 week after the discovery of the bodies of Nicole and Ron, OJ was arrested and charged for the double murders. However, the ensuing media circus hardly made a fair trial possible. In the OJ Simpson murder case, the media failed to report responsibly and instead published works that were clearly biased and lacking discretion. All right, so let me break down this introduction for you. So up here, I started off with the background of the case. So here is what happened. Here are the people who were murdered, okay? This is what kicked off all of this. Here I relate it to O.J. Simpson, so I'm kind of fine-tuning it a little bit more and making it slightly more specific, so I connect Nicole to O.J. Simpson. Then here is where I start to get into the meat and potatoes of what my paper is going to be about. Okay, so I'm talking about how O.J. Simpson, less than a week, was arrested. And then finally, I fine-tune it a little bit more to relate directly to the topic that I'm covering. Okay, so however, the ensuing media circus hardly made a fair trial possible. Now, this final sentence is my thesis. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and come up here and highlight this in yellow. And I'm going to post this to the Google Classroom so that you can see it as well. But in my thesis statement, you can see this is my topic. So my topic is the O.J. Simpson murder case. All right, so I start off by just establishing my topic. Then I clearly state my position, which is one thing that I am really going to be looking for in your papers, that you take a clear position on your topic. Okay, so it shouldn't be flip-flopping back and forth. It should be one clear position. Okay, so I've established that right here. The media failed to report responsibly. Then after that, I provide the main points that I'm going to be touching on in my paper. So when I actually go to write my paper, here's going to be the bulk of it. Instead, publish works that were clearly biased. I'm going to talk about the media's bias in the first part of my paper. Then, over here, they were lacking discretion. That's going to be the next part of my paper, where I talk about how the media lacked discretion. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit as far as how to write a thesis statement, and that makes it a little bit clearer. If you have any other questions or need more help, then please feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to help. But yeah, I hope that this was informative. So have a great night.